Beat It AT, what up? Beat It AT, what up? Beat It
What is going on, my brodies? It is Andrew Peer here of Beat It AT Production and Publishing, bringing you guys a brand new YouTube video. In this YouTube video, I will be showing you guys how to get a clean mix and clean levels. I am currently going to be mixing a NBA Youngboy, Jada Youngin, Quando Rondo type of beat. Something of that Louisiana type of sound. I'm going to go ahead and play the beat. As you guys can see, nothing in this beat is tracked out to the mixer, and nothing is even in the playlist. Everything is inside the channel rack, and all the levels are all over the place. So we're going to start with this, and then we're going to mix it to make it sound clean. So I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys so you guys see what we're working with. So that's a beat. I'm gonna go ahead and select everything by double clicking right here, pulling up our mixer, click right here, right click, channel routing, route selected channels starting from this track. So starting from this track, we will route all the selected channels. So as you guys can see here, now everything's in there. I have nothing in my master other than an Edison to figure out a key, but besides that, everything is in here. So now when I play it, so all of our levels are quite loud. Nothing is, our master isn't going over 0, but none of the elements are punching through the mix. It just sounds like everything's just like clunked together in one beat. So, or like everything's just clunked together. First off, I'm gonna put a limiter on my master just to make sure nothing goes over 0. I'm gonna grab these instruments. I'm just gonna automatically pull them halfway down. The 808, I'm gonna pull like right down here. I just like to do this just to immediately create headspace. I'm gonna select everything now. Pull it all down a little bit now. So this is a little bit more easier to work with. Now, I'm probably gonna want to go try to get the kick and 808 sounding good. The piano is like one of the main elements of the instrument, or the instrumentation of this beat, so we'll probably wrap everything around the piano. Want to get a little bit higher up in that upper frequency range, so we get a little bit more of like a crisper sound, pulling down in that low region just because I don't want anything to compete with that 808 and kick. So I'm gonna grab this 808. I like to do a little bit of a bell gain. This would be like a bell curve with I like the sub region of 50 to 70 hertz, and then a little bit of a gain in the 110 to 150-ish range. We don't really need. I'm just gonna put a high pass filter on this one, like right up here, and then I'm gonna do a stereo with this just so it's a little bit spread out. Keep that piano centered. Make that 808 go mono. So I have the, if you guys don't see, I think they have this option. I thought there was an option. Sometimes it doesn't show the, is it in the view? I was just seeing if there's a, name's that top. Oh, all right. I'm just doing this is just another equalizer instead of using the parametric EQ. I usually just do it for like my drums, unless if like a specific drum is needing the more precise EQ. It could kind of like, you could kind of skate by doing a rough mix with a beat, as long as it comes out sounding good. You don't want to do a like rough mix if it, you know, sounds bad, but if it, you know, sounds good, that's great. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, hold on, get the kick, get so this is that percussion rim. Make that. This is for the snare. So as you can see, I'm taking out a little bit of that low for the snare, but I actually did do a boost in that 400 because it's gonna have a little bit more of that thicker low sound. This is for that guitar. I'm gonna add a reverb to it, make it kind of like stereo. I'll probably add a guitar amp to it, but I need to have my iLock in. I need to have this bad boy in. I don't know if you guys could see. It's an iLock. It's how you store your licensing for some plugins. I don't think I can access my Slate Digital without it, and I don't have any other open USB slots as of right now, so can't really use it. Come on, lower that low. There you go. this kick, I just re-enabled everything. So my apologies if this is like all like scattered around. This is just like my work process. Because I'm constantly trying to go through and see how the mix is sounding by re-enabling and disabling stuff. I want to see what it sounds like when I take out an element, what it sounds like when I lower something, when I raise something. So that's kind of the reason why I just made the vocal a little bit more mono. This vocal, if it wants to play. And I want to make sure just all my levels are kind of within the same region. There's not too much of transients going that are going to make our mix go up and down a lot. I like to have more of a crunched, compressed mix at the end of it. So we'll be doing a lot of maximizing in our master. Or not a lot, but we'll do a decent amount compressing our total mix. So when it gets down to that master, it's all nicely tight. So for that kick, I love to put the sound goodizer on, make that mono. Now it hits a whole lot more hard now. Let's see what this is. Raise that piano. So that's that low gong. And if you guys want to know where I got this 808 in most of these drums, the majority of these drums were in the AT Sound Kit 4, which by the time I upload, sorry if there was any microphone interference, I just bumped, but which by the time that this video is uploaded, that AT Sound Kit 4 will be available over at beatit.com. So I would highly recommend you guys to go check out that kit if you guys want to cop these sounds. So let's do like a little bit in that low. And then I want a reverb. There's like a really annoying ringing. So that's that simple. Look, just doing that low cut, just something real. I'm gonna grab a Camo Crusher for a little bit of distortion and compression. See now, first before the Camo Crusher, after we get a little bit more saturation with that distortion, allowing that 808 to be a little bit more apparent. Don't want to go OD with that 808, just want to get someone try to like cut out. So let's see. Where's that laser at? Right here. I'm gonna jump over to that end. Yeah. Whereas if I cut it, or without it, a little too thumpy. We can put a little bit better. So we got this little hi-hat right here. It's mostly just a low hi-hat. This, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna just grab everything one more time, just bring it down a little bit. So all the levels are just coming down, allowing us a little bit more headspace. So now I'm gonna add an EQ now. This is on our master bus. So on the master bus, we will just do some very basic. We're not wanting to change too much because it's going to affect everything. So a little bass heavy because that's hip hop in general. Then around that 500, we're just going to do a little dip. So we're gonna grab a sound equalizer, pull it down a little bit. Grab the ozone. Do a little bit of a width. Now the ozone, this is the ozone 8 elements. I actually got it for free when I made some plugin purchases over at Plugin Boutique. But it's really cheap. I just like to use it for mostly its maximizer and imager settings. For my imaging, I'm very careful with the stereoize, but I'll do a little bit of the width so it's a little bit thicker. If we did a stereoize, though, it's going to stereoize everything in our mix, and honestly, I would only want to do that we could create a sub bus, like a stereo sub bus, but I wouldn't do it for a master because we have 808s and we have some stuff that we want to keep mono. Which reminds me, I want to make this snare mono. I'll do a stereo sub bus though. F2 stereo. We'll just call it bus. It doesn't need to be a sub bus. It's not technically even right. So I'm gonna just do a little bit with that strings, the guitar, this whirly effect, and then the piano the most. So I'm gonna turn off that maximizer, and we'll just. I'll keep like somewhere in the middle. Then we'll just get rid of any low. I'm gonna grab the U-Lean loudness meter. I think this is a free meter. Yeah, it's a free meter, but you could buy a pro version, and I'm just gonna see how loud it is. We got a pretty good mix, honestly. I'm pretty confident with this. It's pretty loud. We're hitting upwards. Yeah, I mean, almost like a momentary loves of -5. I mean, it's not, the integrated would mean like the overall sum of the reading times, but we have a very small range, but the average is -9.4, which is, pretty loud. I mean, looking into our limiter, we didn't have a lot of headroom, but we weren't like completely bricked down. Now I'm using my headphones, and I normally mix with my monitors, so I won't really know until I put it into the monitors. But based on what I'm hearing through the headphones and doing this, I think it sounds pretty good. We didn't spend too much time doing this, so hopefully you guys learned something from this, or you guys kind of have a feel on how to go about your mixing, and you pretty much saw everything I did. Probably the only things I'm gonna really do to this mix that you guys probably won't see, I don't know. I for the most part, I feel pretty confident on it. I think there's a couple drum percussion and drum elements that we can make pop out a little bit more. However, I think I'll be doing that more when I actually structure this, because everything's just playing in the channel rack, and that's not exact. I'll have a closer idea once I'm laying it all out and done. The big thing that I can really think of is me adding in the guitar amp to this guitar harmonics thing. Because that guitar, I want to add some form of amp to make it stand out, because all it is right now is a jazz guitar from Omnisphere. So yeah, you guys got to see a rough mix, and then a little bit of some mastering. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to answer all the comments that I get. And if you guys, ever want to have your beats mixed or mastered, you guys can contact me. And yeah, this should give you guys a good understanding, though. And literally all of our plugins, except a couple of the mastering stuff, was all in the box, or all within FL Studio. So yeah, if you guys want to get that AT Sound Kit 4, go look in the description down below. Go to beatit.com. And yeah, this is Andrew of Beat It AT, and I'll see you guys later.